internet macam tu lah juga.
Bella, dia orang ni lambat lagi ke? Dah pukul berapa ni? Kita punya perjalanan ni jauh lagi ni. Apa dia orang ni solat tahajud ke pada petang ni? Itu dah lah petang-petang lapar. Mesti nasib baiklah ada donat ni. Tapi sikit dah tinggal ni ha. Ya Allah. Amalina lapar ke? Ingat ni? Ni ya Allah ni penuh dengan garam dengan gula sedap tu betul-betul. Dia nak lah tu. Sekiranya tu Bella nak engkau sekiranya macam.
Aku ada bawa snack food untuk anak aku, okey? Ni dia. Favorite Amalina all time kan? Kau suap je dia yang ini. Senyap teruslah anak aku ni. Amalina.
Biskut apa Bella? Kau bagi ke anak kau ni macam pelik je aku tengok. Tak pernah lagi aku jumpa biskut macam ni. Tapi anak kau suka aku tengok. Dia tak cukup lagi. Bagi. Cepat lapar budak tu.
Inilah dia biskut homemade. Tanpa garam, tanpa gula, tanpa bahan pengawet. Untuk mak-mak nak makan pun sesuai. Untuk orang yang nak berdiet macam kau yang ada kecil manis ni pun sesuai. Cuba kau rasa sikit.
Ya kan ni orang tua pun boleh makan ni. Yang untuk aku ni pun boleh makan. Tu aku try sikit lah. Senang juga lah. Kalau macam ni untuk orang diabetes macam aku ni boleh diet lah kan? Jadi aku terpaksa lah tinggalkan dulu punya donat ni. Kurang lah aku lepas ni kan?
Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi semua. Siapa yang ada pagi ni? Syikin Masri. Waalaikumsalam. Siti Fatimah Haji Ahmad. Hai. Apa khabar semua? Sihat ke? Pagi ni nampak macam cerah semacam kan? Saya perasan daripada 6.40 tadi, 6.45 lah, selalunya masih gelap. Tiba-tiba rasa langit sangat cerah. Kebetulan ada one side tu ada nampak rainbow pelangi. So saya ingatkan mungkin dah nak hujan sebab biasanya kalau ada rainbow most probably tempat that area hujan kan. Okay, Alhamdulillah semua sihat ya. Okay, untuk tajuk pagi ni seperti yang telah disiarkan di dalam email, kita akan mengupas dan memahami apa dia itu leaky gut. Okay, saya rasa dalam masa, let me just think, 4 to 5 years, kita dah semakin kerap kali dengar, and I think a lot of people dah familiar dengan perkataan ni. Kalau dulu-dulu masa mula-mula, yalah masa tu eczema anak pun tak berapa, orang kata masih lagi progress dia tak berapa bagus. So memang kerap kali lah dengar perkataan leaky gut. Tapi bila kita pergi ke doktor selalu kata, cannot be, there's no such thing as leaky gut. So why is that? Okay. However, in 2000, there was already a study yang mengatakan there is a certain protein that causes this. So leaky gut is just a layman, orang kata layman terms. Maknanya ayat yang orang kata nak bagi rakyat biasa faham, tapi dalam scientific terms memang tak wujud leaky gut. So in scientific terms, okay, kalau siapa yang biasanya belajar medik, the correct term is intestinal permeability. Maknanya permeability ni Orang cakap macam mana? Macam tapis. Okay, kalau tapis ada lubang yang kecil, ada lubang yang besar. Okay, so the size of the lubang tu akan menentukan how much liquid and how much solid goes through the tapis. Betul tak? So what it permits. So permeability comes from the word permits. It means apa yang orang kata the gut will allow into the blood system or it's a barrier, okay? The lining, the mucosal lining of the stomach. So kalau kita cakap leaky gut to a medical profession, medical professional, then they would not understand. A lot of times sekarang mana-mana yang diorang pergi ke doktor bila cakap leaky gut, diorang tak faham. Okay, they say, why is that? I've never heard that. That's not in my medical books. Tapi kalau kita sebut intestinal permeability, then there is a condition. So kita start off with this lah. So what is intestinal permeability? Is a condition dekat dalam intestinal, kita punya usus, where the junctions, okay, usus kita ni, if I allow, let me just allow you to, tak familiar leaky gut. Okay, let me just share my screen and show you what exactly does the intestinal look like lah. Okay, sekejap ya. Alright, let me just share the screen. Okay, share. Alright. Okay, I'm just hari ni saya pakai dua screen, so senang sikit. So I can see what I'm sharing to you and what I can see on my screen. Okay, so as you can see, so kita punya usus ni, okay. Usus perut ni semua ni kan, kalau kita tengok perut lembu tu kan macam ada macam, orang kata macam kapet kan. Also it's the same thing. So these yang naik-naik tu are called villi, okay. Yang naik-naik ni are called villi. So sepatutnya mereka adalah sangat rapat together. So bila rapat, so bayangkan kalau antara tapis teh, kan tapis kain teh tu, okay, dengan tapis santan yang stainless steel tu. Okay, tapis santan stainless steel tu dia punya lubang lebih besar daripada orang kata tapis teh yang kain tu kan. So by right, kita punya orang kata intestinal punya area ni sepatutnya lebih, what you call it, lebih tight. Maknanya dia punya lubang antara tu must be very very close together. Okay, as you can see, right? So when it is to normal tight junction, therefore pathogens, bacteria, benda-benda yang tak sepatutnya masuk ke dalam bloodstream akan ditapis. Okay? So if the junctions are not tight, so what causes the junction to become not tight is a certain protein that's called zonulin. Okay? Is a protein that is called zonulin. Let me just okay. Alright, I get Mida to type it down for you so you guys can catat lah zonulin, okay? So some doctors nowadays, alhamdulillah, dia boleh check berapa kita punya levels of zonulin untuk track down apakah masalah sebenar kita. So if you ada symptoms, there are symptoms yang dikaitkan dengan leaky gut. So we'll go to that. Okay? Any condition mesti ada symptoms. Okay? So what are the signs? So this is the basic signs of leaky gut. I'll just show that again. Hold on, yeah. Okay, I'll show you what is the symptoms of leaky gut. Okay, 8 signs you have leaky gut. So we already know, okay, just to recap again for those yang have just joined in. Okay, if you go to a doctor and you check out leaky gut, then they would not know because it doesn't exist in the medical punya books. But if you say intestinal permeability, then yes, most probably doctor akan faham. So what are the signs? Of course, there are some conditions might show but not necessarily menunjukkan yang you have leaky gut, but there are signs that can indicate that you have leaky gut. Tapi tak semestinya lah. There might be other overlapping issues, tapi you can always start with, because when someone has leaky gut ni ada banyak benda yang sebenarnya dia boleh try and improve him or herself. Okay, difficulty losing weight. Oh, nampak yang itu dulu. Yes, pernah tak? Okay, you don't eat so much. Kita tak makan banyak. But you're still gaining weight. Okay, still gaining weight, alright? So that is one. Wah, itu paling utama ya, nampak? Difficulty losing weight. Alright. So the first one, mainly how a lot of people came to realize about this particular condition or problem is because so many kids nowadays have what you call as food sensitivities. Good morning, Hisharma. Assalamualaikum. I'm glad you can join in. Okay, so nanti bila dah habis kelas ni boleh ulang balik because you missed a lot of important information in the beginning because we went through the definition, okay? So we're already on the 8 signs of a leaky gut. So first is food sensitivity. Now, to understand, kalau tadi yang kita faham to the tight junctions tu, okay? The reason why someone might have leaky gut is because of might have food sensitivities is because of leaky gut is because kita dah tengok tadi kan? Okay, kita dah tengok. Sekejap ya. My mouse is everywhere. When I'm using two screen, my mouse is everywhere. Sabar ya. Okay, so I'm gonna share again. Alright, the leaky gut, so that because I think just a few more people have just joined, okay? So again, as you can see, the normal junction, the normal tight junction would not allow apa-apa saja bacteria, pathogens, especially proteins. So proteins, orang kata they would, if it doesn't go through the bloodstream, dia kena perlu diproses dahulu sebelum it goes into the bloodstream. But if the protein just, simply go into the bloodstream without proper synthesization, therefore, ia akan trigger what you call as food sensitivities. Okay? Alright? Autoimmune tu macam leher rumah tu sumbat Kak Mai. Okay. Autoimmune disease bukan sayang. Okay, autoimmune disease. Okay, next to food sensitivity macam tadi, kita discuss autoimmune disease. Okay, the next part is autoimmune disease is when our own immune system attacks our organs. So sometimes you have food sensitivity yang mana makanan tak sepatutnya menyebabkan reaksi alahan, tapi it causes because the way it goes into the bloodstream sebabkan dia tak ditapis betul-betul, maka the immune system is triggered. So autoimmune pula is when your immune system is so confused, haywire, that it starts to attack your own cells. So sama mana jantung, sendi, buah pinggang, liver, paru-paru, even brain. Okay, do you get that? Do you guys get that? Alright? Okay, kadang-kadang dulu masa muda makan okay, tapi bila, betul, that is food sensitivity. One of the reasons is, one of the ways you can improve is most probably you have a leaky gut. Okay. Sekejap ya. We'll go back to the screen whereby with the food sensitivity study. Okay, we already discussed food sensitivities. Okay, the next one is mood issues. Okay, mood issues have to do a lot with our hormones. Okay, if we have, orang kata, kalau kita punya perut, biasalah kita orang Islam pun biasa dengarkan semua penyakit berasal dari perut. Inilah dia ni. So bila you sometimes when certain things that shouldn't go into your bloodstream goes, so it affect moods. For some people they have thyroid issues. Next is irritable bowel syndrome. Okay. Keduanya kemudian adalah malabsorption of nutrients. Okay, malabsorption terjadi because, as I mentioned, the food is not synthesized properly. So a lot of it goes into, orang kata, the loosened junctions tu. So it goes into the bloodstream. So it's not it doesn't go to where it's supposed to be. Kita tak serap vitamins and minerals with, orang kata, enough. There's not enough time for that process to happen in the gut. Okay, autoimmune disease tadi kita dah discuss. Inflammatory skin disorders. Inflammatory skin disorders, one of them is eczema. The other one is, for example, urticaria. Okay, inflammatory. Inflammatory ni maknanya skin disorders that is triggered by the condition yang mana body kita inflame. Maknanya body inflame ni, body thinks it is under attack. So if you go back to our previous classes of histamine intolerance, okay, kita dah already faham apa the state of inflammation ni kan. Okay. So, what is it that causes our tight junction tu? Kita dah tahu, okay, these are the signs. So, okay Kak Mai, sekarang ni I rasa I ada antara-antara ni. So, what exactly is it that makes this happen? Okay. So, we already mentioned tadi zonulin. So, I'm going to explain more about zonulin. See, zonulin is actually a protein that is made in your body. So, it covers the lining. Kita punya lining gut ni, perut ni, okay, usus perut ni dia ada mucus. Okay, these mucus are made of, believe it or not, water. Okay, salt, minerals and other things. Alright, so if you have too much zonulin in your lining, stomach lining, then it will cause you punya perut tu yang the mucosal lining tu jadi, the junctions are very okay, sangat ada space, huge space in between. Let me just get back to, we're just going back from one screen to another, because if I'm just talking, I don't think korang akan faham kan. Okay. So if you look, a normal healthy junction should have macam ni. This is, okay, just imagine this is the lining of your stomach. So there's mucosa, enough mucosa to trap all the pathogens and benda-benda tak perlu masuk dalam bloodstream. And then leaky gut actually have very large punya spaces. So the junctions are not tight. The one that causes this is zonulin. So zonulin akan attach pada tu and it causes it to separate. Okay, itu yang masuk semua benda-benda yang tak sepatutnya masuk. I have another picture which I want to show you. Okay, one moment. I have to open this up first. Okay. So this is from Dr. X. Dr. X is one of my favorite holistic doctor. Okay, this is leaky gut progression. Okay, so it is sebenarnya terjadi secara berperingkat tau. It starts off with having too much zonulin. How is it that you get so much zonulin in your body? Okay, first memang kita ada genetic towards this. And this genetics is called celiac disease. So kalau kita test dan kita ada, so most probably then we will see, and there's a test to show that you have too much zonulin, so most probably you have celiac. Okay. So because the reason why it increases is because people with celiac when they eat wheat tau gandum. In study it has been shown to cause, maknanya dalam kajian dah memang orang kata if you're fact checking, dah memang ada kajian mengatakan kalau makan gandum you have celiac disease then you will have high numbers of zonulin, protein zonulin. Tapi tak semestinya juga kalau tak ada celiac, it does not happen. For some people, somehow it does. Okay, so first thing, that's why a lot of, kalau kita tengok dalam 2-3 tahun lepas ni banyak, more than 4 years, 4 to 5 years, a lot of people are going on gluten free. The reason they go on gluten free is because to decrease the amount of zonulin, okay, so that when you try to decrease, then orang kata dia punya leaky gut to improve sikit lah. Ya, untuk orang-orang yang ada masalah ni semua, the first line of orang kata action, okay, is to eliminate gluten. Okay, eliminate gluten. So I think next week we're going to talk about gluten. Sebab orang akan selalu ingat gluten comes from wheat. No. There's also gluten in other things. Okay. Surprise, surprise. Bukan sahaja daripada gandum tapi daripada banyak sumber bahan lain. And you'll be surprised. Even right, for me myself, I thought it was okay to eat jagung sebab jagung is orang kata it can't be gluten free, but no. Okay, there's a certain protein dalam jagung that mimics gluten. So we have gluten and we have food that mimics. Mimics ni macam dia boleh bertindak seperti gluten. Yes. So the first thing is to eliminate gluten. Okay, eliminate wheat, not just wheat. You can start off with wheat because benda ni you kena study. Alright, you'll be very, very, orang kata when I first found out, sangat overwhelmed lah. So bila overwhelmed ni, kita rasa macam apa aku nak makan, semua benda aku tak boleh makan ni. Macam tu. Tapi tak, sebenarnya when you study, there are a lot of things you can still eat, okay, still enjoy. Bukannya tak boleh, there is a formula to it. It's not total elimination, but in the beginning, yes. Why? Okay, for you to find out what is causing your symptoms tu yang kita dah tengok tadi tu. Okay, the 8 tu. If it is leaky gut, then most probably if you eliminate wheat and your symptoms improve, that means that might be the cause, that might be the trigger. So the most important thing is saya dah pernah cakap ni dalam classes with regards to eczema and histamine intolerance. Saya dah pesan adalah sangat bagus if you simpan food diary. Okay, food diary or a food elimination diary. That means you do it for 2 weeks. You catat apa you makan. You catat kalau kita perempuan on which particular day of the cycle you are in. You catat your mood, you catat your hours of sleep. Okay? And this is what we call as a food elimination diary. And you see after 2 weeks, symptoms okay tak? Okay, if symptoms does not improve, that means that's not the cause. But most people, when they stop wheat, alhamdulillah, a lot of symptoms actually improve. The reason for that is why? Nanti kita discuss next week. Okay, what has happened to our wheat yang menyebabkan suddenly kita tak boleh nak makan dah? Okay. So, when you start to eat wheat, so wheat actually, there is a study that says that zonulin increases as you eat wheat. Okay, so that is one of the things. Okay, other than that, what are the causes instead of wheat? Inflammation. Inflammation. Saya rasa kalau saya jadi inflammation ni kan, dia penat tau. Zaman moden ni everything is blame on inflammation, but it's true. Okay, inflammation from, say for example, a lot of toxins that are going into our body, what we wear, what we eat, what we smell, what we breathe. Okay, what we put on our skin. Okay, so inflammation. Alright. So if it's not wheat, then most probably inflammation also. There is studies that say that there's a connection between gut inflammation and also the production of zonulin. Alright. Kenapa tu Kak Mai? Sebab imun badan dah turun ke? Nak kata dah turun tak? The reason for that is because we are, the word is assault. Maknanya kita dah diserang, kita bukan diserang lah, sistem imun lah, sistem badan kita dah banyak terdedah, bukan diserang, terdedah kepada bahan-bahan yang, there's a lot of things yang kat orang kata dalam zaman moden ni kan, there's a lot of things that has changed. We are consuming more pesticides, we are consuming more toxins, and then with that, and when the condition worsens, we're consuming more pharmaceutical products, maknanya perubatan, orang kata ubat-ubatan, pharmacy. Okay, so we are, and these medications sometimes they only help to bagi kelegaan sementara. We do not, most often, a lot of people don't go to the root cause of the problem. Okay, they don't find the root cause. They just want to, orang kata kalau jalan berlubang, kalau kita ada satu jalan tar, contohnya lah, depan rumah kita ada satu jalan tar, yang ni start untuk crack dan berlubang. But what we do is, we just tambak je lah, tambak and then tampal dah. But due to exposure of heat, weather, hujan panas, of course that thing akan start balik crack, betul tak? So we don't find a solution to that. We don't find the root cause of the problem. We just, orang kata, bagi kelegaan sementara sahaja. So if we are taking medication, yes, it does help, but you need to understand as well, you need to process the medication as well. Bukanlah tak boleh ambil medication. It's just that bila orang kata, kalau dah memang serious, yes ambil. Tapi for the beginning, why don't we try and find the root cause first, okay? Kalau orang yang ada penyakit selain dari ubat advisable, tak makan suplemen lain, contoh makan vitamin C or vitamin D. Okay, if it is advisable by your doctor and specialist, yes. Sebab itu sebolehnya jangan pandai-pandai untuk ambil. Sebab apa? If you over supplement, it's going to cause problems as well. If you go for a current health checkup and the doctor check up, okay, I can see your D levels are low, you should be taking supplementation. Yes, go ahead. But if the doctor, kalau kita macam we just macam orang kata it's like macam shoot dart punya board tau. You just pakai baling-baling and just take this, take that without even considering whether you need it or not. Okay, there is such a thing as over supplementation, and also you need to know, you need to have a very basic good knowledge of minerals and vitamins, because minerals and vitamins do not work in isolation. Itu yang kebanyakan daripada kita tak faham. Like what works with vitamin C? What do you need to get tryptophan into your brains? Okay, you can eat tryptophan, that means turkey apa semua, but there is something else that you need, like zinc and magnesium, to get that into your brains. Okay, so the rule is vitamins and minerals are not standalone. So if you're taking, and then there are also orang kata oral supplementation yang mana, okay, this is a good topic because why? Some people take supplements without considering what is their gut health. They're not improving their gut and yet they're supplementing. So it's like you mencurah air ke dalam, orang kata you harapkan tapis tu melakuk air, but the air goes through. Okay? Kena dapatkan nasihat doktor. If you think you have a problem, a woman's problem, thyroid, adrenals, go to a pakar sakit puan, or you go to a thyroid doctor like yang kita hari tu kan kita ada live dengan people like this. Or if you think you have a genetic issue, there's so many doctors outside there. Kalau tak tahu tak apa, boleh inbox kat Mai. Like for genetic issues, I know Dr. Nozi, which is in Mount Kiara, she does all the genetic punya screening and everything. She does consultation as well. Okay. And then for anything to do in food intolerances or eczema and all that and allergic, okay, the best for pediatric is Dr. Ami, which is in Pantai. There's also Dr. Ken Wu. Dr. Ken Wu is an excellent immunologist. Sebenarnya dia sangat-sangat bagus di US sampai kerajaan Malaysia bawa dia balik ke Malaysia atas satu package, orang kata macam trying to bring in the specialist tau. So dia macam he's been offered by the government to come back to Malaysia. Macam tu sekali, kita tak ada pakar kan. Okay, so if you have a condition, do not try to self-medicate if possible. Get professional help. Tak semestinya kita nak follow 100%. Okay, kalau doktor kata, I think you have this issue. Okay, this is the medication. It's up to you. It's your body, kan? So if you want to try alternative, make sure it's safe. Make sure you read a lot about it. Okay, jangan simply ikut-ikut orang. Right, orang ni ambil ni, nanti semua ambil ni. Nanti apa? Nampak orang ambil ni, kita pun self-medicate ambil semua. No. If you ask me, I don't take, nak kata supplements, I don't take pills and all that. I don't. Seriously, I don't. I'm so scared of my life actually because I have a very weak liver. I cannot simply take any, orang kata traditional punya stuff. I cannot simply take any supplements. I have to refer to my doctor. And my doctor will know if I cheat. Itulah. Yeah, I do the liver enzyme punya test. Kalau my ALT is tinggi, then my doctor will sure scold me. What do you think? Okay. Sebarang produk, kata orang dah berumur bila dengar-dengar orang kata bagus dia beli. Ya betul. Sebab apa? Kita kena faham. We are not one size fits all. Okay, we're not one size fits all. Okay. Everyone is different. So, okay, how to improve? Besides getting rid of wheat, orang kata bukan getting rid lah. Macam saya pun, I did went on an elimination diet for wheat. But then I do eat a bit, but not so much. Okay, I still try to eat orang kata white rice lah. White rice is our orang kata traditional punya food. It's safe for me lah kan. But there are also people who are allergic to white rice. Okay. So again, when we talk about leaky gut, because why? If you orang kata if you continue to assault and the inflammation, it turns into food intolerances. So that's where it starts. Food intolerances, then it starts with immune issues sebab you punya sistem immune penat. Okay? Penat. Sepatutnya tapis dengan betul sekali tengok you allow everything to come in. And it gets into the blood. Dia pun jadi pening. When you start to have immune system issues, then you start to get autoimmunity. Now, in these days, autoimmunity is not even genetic anymore. Some people can even have the condition without any genetic punya orang kata causes. Because you are assaulting every single day, your body is so inflamed, you don't give it orang kata the correct nutritions for it to heal. Okay, so what does inflammation, what causes inflammation? Okay, this one is another topic. It's a huge topic altogether. So okay, risaukan makan banyak-banyak ubat, risau buah a year. I think on the internet, on Facebook and also in Twitter, tak silap Dr. Rafida, if I'm not mistaken. She's a pakar buah pinggang. That's like she's always doing promotion with regards to supplements. Sebab apa? There's a lot of people just hearsay saja. Dia cakap dia makan ni baik, orang lain ikut and it's not compatible with that person. Dan jadi buah pinggang rosak. So for your own sake, try to do a lot of reading before you even start to take anything as supplements. Okay, it might be sesuai untuk orang lain, but it might not be for you. And always go to the root cause. Okay, root cause of problems are very simple. Not enough rest, not enough sleep. Okay, not enough rest maknanya you're stressed. Not enough sleep, you're not eating well, you're not eating a balanced diet. Okay, if you do all this, inshallah, kata the root cause of things you'll be able to control. Alright, drinking, you should be drinking water that's high in minerals because I mentioned just now, kan, your gut lining, as I mentioned, apa dia? Most of it is water, okay? Your gut lining is lined with mucus, okay? Mucus is 95% water, 1% salt, 4% various things. Right? So I'm just going to touch on one type of prevention that is very easy at home that you can use. Alright? So one, in order for you to have a healthy gut, do drink water that is high with minerals. Minum air walaupun air kosong, tapi air kosong yang bermanfaat. Ya. Saya ni kalau saya kerja dengan split, saya minta royalty dengan split saya ni dah banyak dah saya dapat. But the reason for that is because there's no other mineral water that has silica. And silica is actually, there's been studies that has been done. It helps to get rid of the plates of the, orang kata aluminium ni we get from the, one from the drinking water, two from the environment. So if it accumulates in the body, then it does causes a few things. And one of them is like, the accumulation of aluminium in your brain can causes Alzheimer's, and it's already been done. The reason why I got interested in spritzer is because it was mentioned by one of the professors. Now we call him the father of aluminium because he does a lot of research. He's from Keele University. His name is Professor Christopher Exley. You all boleh Google. You can find his videos on YouTube. You can listen to them. If you listen to how he explains about aluminium, the abundance, we are living in an aluminium age. I quote him. Okay? All right, and it's also one of the things that causes inflammation. So when I first heard him 8 years ago, he was giving a lecture on aluminium, the cumulative of aluminium in the brain. He mentioned one of the other mineral water was Volvic, but Volvic kind of like pulled out from his study. So the only company that gave him samples was Spritzer, and he specifically mentioned Spritzer, the company from Malaysia. So that's where I got interested. Okay. Berapa banyak satu? Ya, one bottle 1.5 ml. Okay. Tekan promote. I drink a lot, 8 glasses lah. If you accumulate 8 glasses in a day, okay. It's just simple habit. Sometimes kita malas, memanglah malas. Tapi it's, I recycle this bottle. So I just make sure I drink about, kalau kat tempat kerja, about 5 bottles of this. Balik rumah nanti another 3 bottles. Okay, and I can see significant. You bukan promote, I'm not paid for this. This is not a paid review, okay? So I can see considerable amount of penurunan energy if I don't take. That means at my age, about 40 plus, I need a lot of minerals, and it's true because as you age, you lose a lot of minerals from your body, especially magnesium. Okay, and that's where everything starts to deteriorate. But it's normal lah. Memang normal. Okay, memang normal. You're aging. That's what the beauty of aging is. Everything shouldn't be fine and dandy because you're coming to the end of your age, kan? But there are people yang you're not supposed to age that fast. Alright, so the reason for that is because your minerals deplete very fast as you age. And if it depletes before its time, then you have to do something about it lah. So I noticed that if I don't take and I don't drink, I'm going to be very lethargic, very penat. Okay, I have no energy, I have brain fog. Right now, today, I can still remember what I learned about 8 years ago. Okay. Ya, bawa datang office. Barang tak ada, saya tak ada barang. Kat bawah ni ada my news. Saya mengayakan my news kat bawah ni. What I do is, okay, I can't really show you, but if you can see my table, I have a huge spritzer bottle, okay. I have a huge spritzer bottle, right? And I have a pump dispenser. So these are what you call as habits. Okay, you need to start with one particular habit for you in order to be well. Okay, one of it is that if there is something that makes your life easier, please go ahead and do it. Rather than spending something yang orang kata just for temporary happiness. Okay, so I like to spend things that give me orang kata benefits. So kebetulan I noticed, I actually already had one dispenser. Okay, I had one dispenser at home. So I was contemplating whether I should get one because it's so easy. I just plug it in. Okay, dispenser ni warna hijau, so you just plug it into the. Let me see if I have the box is so far. But if you Google lah, Google. Okay, you just plug it into the 6 liter or the 9 liter bottle, and then you just tekan. Tekanlah macam kowe tu. Tekan zoom masuk dalam ni. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, that is one of the habits that's going to help you with if you have leaky gut problem. Okay, drinking a lot, and also when you're eating something, you have to think, is this beneficial? And it doesn't mean that you cannot indulge. Yes, you can, but after that you have to think, what am I eating to top up with the things or the junk that I already ate? Okay, so these are the orang kata measures of how to improve your gut. Alright, one of them, as I mentioned. Okay, the next one is from mineral water. a habit to change the type of salt yang you pakai dekat rumah. Okay, the best salt, in my opinion lah, kalau dapat garam laut, sea salt, but it's so damn expensive. So expensive sea salt, kosher salt. Okay, yang paling murah pun Himalayan salt lah. Itu pun mungkin dalam RM4, RM5 jugalah. Alright, dulu nenek saya siap komplain lagi kat arwah mak saya. Kenapa lah beli garam yang mahal sangat ni? Tu mak saya pun macam nak explain je lah, orang dulu-dulu dia takkan faham sangat kan. Okay, so if you can't get sea salt, I know sea salt is very expensive. Okay, kosher salt, sea salt. I think one bag of sea salt is about, oh my god, the last time I saw dekat Jaya Grocer about RM8 per pack. Okay, that is the cost of your health. Alright, sebab all these salt, ionized salt, you know, iodized salt, okay, table salt, it's really not good for you. Kalau you dah terbiasa use pink salt, you pergi mana-mana masakan pun you akan rasa Sebab apa? It is actually, kalau dah lidah dah terbiasa dengan pink salt kan, Himalayan salt, you akan tahu tau, setiap masakan orang ada kekurangannya, tak rasa sesedap yang you masak. Sebab apa? They will using normal salt. Unless you go to one of those organic high-end punya restaurant kan, most probably lah they will use those. And also if you go to a Michelin star restaurant, definitely they won't be using table salt, they'll be using sea salt, they'll be using kosher salt. Okay, that's the difference lah. You get what you pay kan. Okay, alright. So yes, pakai garam pink. Seriously, kalau saya keluar makan, saya boleh rasa tau macam tak sedap lah. Kenapa tak sedap? Kenapa kurang sikit? Sebab kalau dah biasa, your whole life you be eating pink salt, bila kita makan, kita akan rasa the difference. Alright? And my favorite drink on a hot day, do you know what it is? I will, up to the extent, sebab macam nak MCO ni nak pergi pasar pun payah kan, kita malas lah nak berbusu-busu. Dekat Grab, I'll order about half a kilo of lime, limau nipis. Okay, and I'll skip stock in my, I don't go for lemons lah, I'm not a lemon person. I'm a huge fan of lime, limau nipis. I think dia macam, bau je pun I dah happy tau. I'm a huge lime fan. So what I do is sometimes just for what we call as a cooler tau. So cooler drink. So drink yang untuk keep us cool. So limau nipis. Okay, you can add honey or you can add biasanya kalau nak sugar pun most probably gula batu. Okay, and then you add a dash of Himalaya salt. Very nice. This is my healthy version of 100 plus. Okay, it's my healthy version of 100 plus. You can control the sugar. You can control the type of sugar that you want. Okay, it doesn't have to be white sugar. You can add stevia if you're using stevia. You know, if you have honey, you can use honey. But it is so nice. Okay. Lemon, serai, halia, madu. Yes, that's also you can use, but this is my recipe of orang kata my go-to 100 plus lah if I'm feeling a bit, orang kata biasalah cuaca panas. Sekarang ni cuaca kejap panas, kejap kering kan. Okay, I'll drink that and alhamdulillah insyaAllah memang feel refreshed lah. Okay, so that's one of the tips for the leaky gut that I've mentioned. Okay, the next other stuff, I'm sure you've heard of aloe vera. Okay, aloe vera is also good for this type of condition. Okay, there are aloe vera yang orang kata dah dicuci betul-betul yang sesuai untuk dijadikan pemakanan. So, okay, that itu boleh lah, orang kata you can take that, alright. Other than that, what else? Okay, we've already talked about what to avoid lah. Of course, all the things that causes inflammation, junk food, colouring, too much sugar, gluten and all that, kalau boleh, try to eliminate. Cubalah untuk 2 minggu. Try and eat healthy. Orang kata there's no reason for you to untuk bersedih. Just cuba je untuk 2 minggu. And when your health improve, that is your motivator. Alright? I used to, yelah dulu minum macam-macam kan. Everyday nak ini, everyday nak tu. But after a while when you kurangkan and you see improvement, there's a motivator tau, like macam okay. You know, like I can't eat same type of meat every single day. I cannot be, sebab makanan for me kan right now, our food is terlalu mewah sebenarnya. We just need to eat simple things like our nenek moyang dulu. InsyaAllah our health is much more better. Boleh try lemon nipis, rasa dia beza. Ya, sangat beza. I don't know but it's like for me, it's like a sunshine in a small citrus fruit. Orang cakap orange but for me it's lime. I am crazy about lime, you know, like even in all my dishes kalau ada yang sedap letak lime, letak lagi, you know, like mi rebus ke or whatever kan. Sup tulang biasanya my favourite, letak lemon nipis. I don't know, it's just me kot. Okay, but it's one of the best electrolyte punya drinks that you can have lah. Alright. So we're coming to the last few minutes. Thank you Hisharma for still staying around. Ada soalan ke? If not, then I'm just going to recap again of what we've discussed with regards to leaky gut. I hope you guys understand that leaky gut, if you go to the doctor will not understand. So you need to tell him intestinal permeability. Okay, permeability comes from the word permit, which means allow. So what does the intestinal, the junctions in the gut, the epithelial wall, maknanya the dinding tu, okay. So dia ada integrity. Kalau dia loosen up, that's where you get leaky gut, or the medical term is intestinal permeability, okay. So one of the reasons for that is because you have a high level of zonulin. Please do go to the, orang kata pergi kat Google, read more. There's a lot of videos on YouTube. What is zonulin? Understand. It will help you with your daily life. It will help you you will help yourself to increase your knowledge. Okay. Alright. And then because of high levels of zonulin, therefore the junctions are not so tight. That's what zonulin is also. There is actually one bacteria, cholera. Dia keluarkan toksin yang sama seperti zonulin. Sebab tu when someone has cholera, it's like cirit-berit yang berpanjangan. Okay. So that's also another orang kata criteria of it lah. Alright. Oh, so Kak Mai just put a... Oh no, I just take the juice. Alright. So we already also discussed what are some of the signs that you might have leaky gut. Okay. Some of the signs that you might have leaky gut. Food sensitivity, as we all know, zaman sekarang ni. Do you know any kid that doesn't have eczema? I don't think so. Apparently, every kid that I know, eczema is like such a common thing. Okay. Food sensitivities, mood issues, thyroid issues, irritable bowel syndrome, malabsorption of nutrients, autoimmune diseases, inflammatory skin disorders, and difficulty losing weight. So kalau siapa-siapa yang susah nak turun berat badan makin naik, so you might have a leaky gut issue, right? Okay, so we've already discussed other things. How to improve. Okay, one of the steps that you can take is to just change a simple habit, which is taking water that contains minerals. Alright, water that contains mineral. So just not drinking water for the sake of drinking water, right? And secondly, try and change your salt at home, your table salt, to a much more healthier salt, which is either Himalayan salt, which is much more, orang kata much more cheaper lah. Okay, Himalayan salt ni murah sikit. Or if you can afford it, you can try sea salt, okay, Celtic salt, kosher salt, okay, right? So these are the things, and of course, yang ini ulang-ulangan lah. Untuk setiap apa condition, please try and get enough rest. Okay, rest is so important in these days. Try to find activities to de-stress yourself, kurangkan stress, kawal stress, okay? And also to eat healthily if possible, you know, bukan tak boleh nak makan junk food, just to 1 or 2 times orang kata in a month, maybe just to indulge, okay lah. The rest of the time, you must always think, adakah apa yang saya makan ni beneficial to my health or not? Apa yang dia akan bagi pada saya, okay? Get in that type of mindset. Alright. So, I already come to the end, so I hope this is just an introduction, okay, in order for me to give you a whole list of complete. Obviously, it's impossible, you know, it took me about 8 years just to understand this, just to get down to the root cause. But for you, I think it's for you yang first time dengar, it might be orang kata the beginning of learning something which is beneficial. So, saya harap dengan apa yang saya dah bagi tahu hari ini, it will orang kata spark you to learn more, untuk research more. Okay, read up more. Okay, there are other things as well that can help with your gut. I mentioned about aloe vera and all that. Banyak cara. So kalau saya nak explain everything in an hour, I don't think there'll be enough time. Correct or not? Okay. So next week, let me think. Okay, kesinambungan. I like how our classes are going because we can refer back to the previous classes. And then we can refer back to orang kata classes yang before this, you know, the topic selalunya mesti ada kesinambungan, so that you can see that within how many months you've been with me, okay, a lot of your health information and your health knowledge has improved. And saya harap you have applied some of the tips that I've mentioned. You know, there's no pressure. You know, buat dapat kebaikan, tak buat pun tak apa. Okay. Alright. And also, it's also good sebagai agent easily if your customers come to you and have questions, you're ready to answer. Right? You're ready to answer. Because we're selling something that's not just, okay, ambil, dah, habis, bayar, terima kasih. No. Okay, there's always after sales services. Alright, customers always want other benefits from what they pay you. Okay, not just for the food, but most probably, you know, you can if they have problems and health problems, especially with feeding their kids, kan, and then they can refer to you. Alright, and this is orang kata a bonus. Dari peniaga, you can also sedekah ilmu. Sedekah ilmu ni tak pernah orang kata rugi. Beruntung lagi ada. Mungkin tak nampak untung dia sekarang. Mungkin you can't see the commission in your bank now. But insyaAllah di akhirat nantilah. Okay, so kita kena balance lah. We do something for earn our living, and we also do something to earn something in akhirat. Right, build a house. Huge house with a swimming pool kat syurga. Okay, so it's been a fun again session this week. I'm sorry kita selalu bertukar-tukar hari, but this is how it works lah. Sebab kadang-kadang ada orang yang okay, boleh di-interview during weekend. Ada orang yang okay, tak boleh di-interview, you know, and stuff like that. So please do always check your email. Sebab Mida akan bagi all the schedule. So a day before. So that you won't miss anything, alright? Yeah, share ilmu dengan customer. Jadi mesra. Betul, customer feel very orang cakap the customer rasa dekat dengan kita. Okay. No worries. Okay, I really enjoy doing this. Alright, so I'll see you again next week. Next week saya tak pastilah hari apa lagi. But do please check your email. Okay, check your email regularly akan dapat notification. Alright, so thank you so much, Shikin, Hisharma. Alright, thank you so much for being, apa orang kata, staying put and listening until the end. So we're done with 1 hour. Have a good weekend, whatever is left. The rest of it, okay, eat healthily. I think nowadays the weather sekejap sejuk, sekejap panas. So this is very good weather and for us to easily get sick. Sebab sekejap panas, sekejap sejuk. Our body temperature nak adjust susah sikit. So when that happens, bodies get stressed. When body gets stressed, fall sick easily. So please get enough rest, drink enough mineral water and eat healthily. Alright, so take care, stay safe. I'll see you again next week. Assalamualaikum. Terima kasih. Bye.